Hi there, everybody. Well, I'm really excited. We've got a fun little show today. I've got my good friend, as you can see, Jessica Ajoux. If you do any form of dog agility, this is a name that you know. She is the owner of an incredible center in Pennsylvania called UDog. A lot of great events, a lot of great teaching is taking place for dog agility. But today, we're talking about something very special. Jessica is a world champion in dog agility, and she has a true passion for this sport. I've had a chance to know her for many years, and today we're going to talk about a new event. So, Jessica, thanks for coming. I'm really excited to talk to you and ask you a bunch of questions about this because it's going to get a lot of people very excited.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to talk to you.
Well, Jessica, so I'm going to get right into this. I have heard that there's this new event, and I think the registration just literally just opened, and it's called What the Cup. So, what is What the Cup?
Oh, yes. All right. So, what the cup? This is an event that I that I created and that I am helping to host. It's going to occur in June later this year, and the thinking behind it was that we wanted to create an agility competition that wasn't necessarily available here in the United States. So we have, AKC Nationals, there are the US Open, the one TDC Invitational, which are all very cool events. But those are becoming like very big productions that you have to qualify for, that you have to go to, and that are um, organized by like the big organizations in agility, so UKI, AKC, and such. Um, I was looking for something that was unaffiliated, and then when something is unaffiliated, you have a little bit more flexibility for what that thing can be. So, what the cup is kind of coming out of that idea. A lot of people, but people who are getting into kind of international style of agility, traveling overseas. We go for the European Open, we go for the UKIWAO. We see all these
Right.
things, but then we also see on social media these fun events in Europe, like the Polish Open, the Gold Rush. There's all these kind of cool events that are not necessarily affiliated with anything. And many of us have gotten on a plane and gone and done and competed there, and the vibe is a little bit different, the ambience is different, the agility is a little different, and got me thinking like, hey, why do we have to go all the way to Europe to make this or to participate in this?
Mm.
We can make this happen here. So that's what was really coming to my mind, to replicate some of those European style cups and opens and make that happen here in the United States.
So that's really cool because you're right, and I've had the opportunity with you actually to go internationally, and sometimes it's different, and that level of competition, preparing for that is pretty amazing. So if you had to sum it up for those agility competitors, what is the gap that you're filling by creating this event? Like, what should I expect, and what gap are we filling here?
Sure. So I think that there's a lot of agility here in the United States, and that's, I think, one of the coolest things about what we have going. There's agility for everybody, but there's not as much accessibility to higher level competitions
Mm.
for some of the people trying to do like international style of agility, which may seem kind of funny because there are tryouts and there are some national events, but they haven't really emulated what's actually happening at some of these more relaxed and fun type cups. Plus, the high level like tryouts, those aren't necessarily fun. There's a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
You're trying to make the team. It's, yes, it's intense competition, but there comes a ton of pressure with it. So
Right.
I was thinking like, how can we bring a little bit of fun back into this higher level agility? And I say higher level, I just mean like more of the European style courses,
Right.
not just like nationals, because nationals is high level, but it's a little bit different. You have more access to that style of competition. Now, there are more and more competitions available here. Kind of that's where the cup name comes from, because many of the ISCs are like, we have the Wrinkle Cup and the Sprinkle Cup and different type of fun names that are coming out. But I was like, the what the cup? That's where that idea came from. But it's trying to like create some higher level competitions that don't have as many of the restrictions that UKI or AKC might put on them, and to keep that fun involved as well. So it's not just like, oh, the type of pressure that you feel at the tryouts.
So let's double tap on the fun part because you're right. That pressure, I'm trying to compete, I'm trying to get a spot and so forth for my international competition. So here's this is different because to your point, they're going to be competing and it's going to be high and intense. We'll talk a bit more about what to expect on those courses, but I want to double tap on this concept of like come and join the party. So what should I expect? Like what does that fun look like? Because I know you and the team can really put on some good shows. So what should a competitor expect for this event?
Yeah, so I'm trying to make it like I keep saying the word fun, but that is like a little bit more of a relaxed and camaraderie atmosphere.
Mm,
Um, and that goes across the board. So there will be music playing, there will be like even while people are running, we'll have an announcer kind of talking about some things that are fun, especially during the team event. And at the end of the day, I want people to be able to like hang out, relax. We'll have some games, we'll have some time to interact, and it's meant to be a social event combined with high level agility, because I think like there's certainly social events, but then it almost gets the connotation of, oh, you're not taking the agility seriously, like
mm.
just kind of, oh, whatever. But no, we want to do it, but we want to be having a good time at the same time.
Okay, so high intense in the fun, but still high competition level. So let's talk about that. So what type of courses should we be expecting?
Yeah, so these will be more international style courses, so mirroring more what ISC is doing or FCI is doing. We have an international judge coming in, so he will be he will be
Nice.
doing that. And the
Wait, hold on. Can
mixture
you name who that is? Sorry.
yeah, yes, I can. It's Andrea Mangini, and he's actually coming from France, so coming out,
Wow.
which is
Nice.
cool.
I like the French.
Yeah. And then we are going to the level will be a little bit mixed. There will be some that are more level three. There will be some that are like mid higher level two, because we don't need it to be too hard, but
Right.
I want it to be emulating European like open style courses.
Okay, cool. So now if I'm a competitor and I'm hearing this, and definitely everyone's going to hear about what the cup. So let me ask you, if I'm a dog handler in the for the team themselves, what kind of format, who will thrive in this type of format, basically? Who is this for?
Sure. So it certainly needs to be for teams that have prepared a little bit to training for ISC or like some of the US Open style courses, because they are larger courses. It's in a very large ring, and it will involve more of those style of tricks and such. So like being able to do throttle wraps, being able to do distance and that type of thing. So it is going to be geared more towards that, because that's the piece that I think has been missing a little bit here in the United States for having a higher level competition. It also is going to be like more like when you get more dogs in one area, you know that the energy can certainly go up. And now it's not going to be a free for all. We're not going to just have dogs running everywhere, but there certainly will be like people sitting around with the dogs and hanging out. So it needs to be dogs that are more comfortable in like higher area, like higher pressure areas. And I don't mean pressure like coming from the handler. I just mean like with more things happening about.
Got it. Got it. So high energy, lots of fun. So if you're shooting for those international courses and you just want to have a place to do some training, because to your point, you don't get to do that a whole lot. And when you do, you probably don't have that level of fun that you're going to be bringing in. So that's going to be fun. Now, there's another part of the fun too. I know for you it's very important to get some real sponsors and to have some real prizes for the event. So tell me a little bit more about that. As a matter of fact, as you know, we'll be there when TDC works so well. It is always honored to work and partner with you guys. But tell us a bit more about what your vision is for that and what kind of real prizes can we expect?
Yeah, so I wanted to try to figure out how to get people to want to come, because the competitions are always better when you get a higher concentration of people. And historically, unsanctioned competitions have not necessarily thrived. They've happened before to varying degrees of success, but I was like, okay, how do we get people to want to come? You got to bring in the right judge, got to be at the right facility. We're doing it B&D, which is a fabulous, fabulous facility
Yes.
with amazing equipment. And I wanted to bring a little bit of legitimacy to it as well. And that was where I thought, like, to get in some partners that I believe are seeing agility and wanting to push agility in the same direction. So that's where bringing in works so well, and when TDC was really important to me. We also have our presenting sponsor, which is St. Rocco's Treats, two guys who like really believe in dogs and really are getting behind agility. So they're making this possible as well. We've got Clip and Go, which of course is the best equipment. We've got Clean Run, a
Nice.
staple in the agility world, and then a couple other people coming in to help, such as well that Heart, with which brings in amazing toys and products. So I wanted to do that because I wanted to make it look like you're winning something, right? If
Mm.
yes, you're not winning a spot on a team, but there is something to win, and we did get some cash prizes together. Um, my goal is that as this gets more and more popular, we can actually put a little bit more substance behind those cash prizes. So this is just our starting point, but giving something for people to want to strive for, I think.
That's one thing about you, Jessica, because I've known you for a long time, is you I remember when the USA team was not doing as well internationally. Let's just face the facts. And it's incredible over the years how much we've improved. And like when we show up now, it's like we're real, like we're real contenders.
Yeah, we've got world
You
champions
got world
in our
championship,
country now.
which is amazing. But what I've always loved about you, and that's the competitive edge that you got, that's in your heart. It's you like I remember years back, it's like you knew there were things that were missing in the training and how we had to improve and prepare and so forth. So I just feel like you putting this event together is just an evolution to that. But I want to know for you specifically, what are you most excited about this event?
Well, I'm excited that it's happening, and I'm excited that people come to it. We'll start there. But every time I've embarked on one of these types of projects, whether it be like, okay, let's try something new in agility. Hey, let's open a facility. Um, it can look scary and you're not sure if it's going to work, but my experience is if it's done right, and I do believe that I am the right person to be able to help something like this because
You are.
it's like creating the thing that I would be wanting for this particular market. Not saying that what I want is what everybody wants, but this is the vision, and I know how to do it, and so. I'm wanting to like the old thing, like if you build it, they will come. That's really like what I have frequently experienced. So I'm excited to try it out. And I mean, worst case, I said, worst case, okay, me and a couple of friends have a big party in B&Z, and there you go. But hopefully it'll be a little bit more than that, which I know it will, because we even already have some international competitors coming out to join. So
That's
that's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
That's really cool. So I got to ask you, why now? Why, like, what drove you to want to do this at this stage?
Yeah, the why now felt like the right time. I think that with the creation of the ISC program, people have really gotten a taste for this other version of agility, which wasn't quite available before. And there's a little bit no going back. So I think the people who have really gotten into that program and want to pursue courses like that, they're really interested in it. And I think there's even now people kind of even starting on that path of agility. So not good or bad, just like that direction. And I think that creating more events where people can then strive for, like, I want to go to this national, I want to get to this competition. That is what drives a lot of the training, let's be honest. When I started agility, I did it for fun for like a week and then immediately wanted to go to my first competition, then wanted to go to AKC nationals, and it builds like this. So I think that the demand is now there and the destination wasn't necessarily available. So I'm not saying it's going to be the end all be all, but kind of like pave the way for a new direction of agility competitions.
I love it. I love it. So I know this is the inauguration this year, but in your heart, where do you see this going? Because I'm sure this is not the last one.
Oh, well, I think that there's a lot of possibilities with where it could go. You think about other top level sports. There's not just the world championships. There's this league and there's that league. And then there's like athletes that are like actually invited to go to certain competitions and such. So I'm trying to like think of agility in that way. Like what could it actually turn into outside of just the governing bodies of our AKC, USDA, and UKI, because those are super important. But I think there's more flexibility. So I'm interested to see in the direction that it can go. And this is the starting point, like I said.
Yeah, I love the vision. And I love the fact that you're bringing this element of having fun. So it's going to be high competition, tough courses. You've got incredible, I mean, judge coming in all the way from Europe and so forth. So I just love the passion of where you're going with this. So you need to tell us, we got to confirm the dates here. I know it's wide open right now for people to register. How do I qualify for it? How does that get selected? And when is the actual event?
Sure. So the actual event is June 6th and 7th this year. It's going
Okay.
to be held at B&D Activity Center in right outside of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. Again, amazing facility.
Sure.
Um, I didn't mention exactly like what is in it, like the actual like format. So I'm going to touch on that real quick because
Mhm.
there's two different events that you can compete in. You
Okay.
can compete in the Clip and Go Team Challenge or the Clean Run individual competition. You could enter one, you could enter both. It doesn't matter. And what the team event is two runs, and then we take the accumulation of all those scores, and then you get a big team relay. So all the teams get to kind of do a relay similar to EO style. If you don't have a team, you can just enter, it's fine too. And then for the individual, it's kind of more traditional. The top placements in each class will get to advance to the finals, and then you get to run in the finals round. And because this is a one ring trial, my goal is that you're not just running and then going to sit in your car. You're getting to watch, you're getting to cheer, you're getting into it, like getting into the show and the spectacle part of it as well. So that's kind of the idea behind the final classes. Um, like I said, anybody can sign up. We have some discounts for juniors. So if juniors are wanting to be able to come and participate as well, we did provide a discount for them because they're super,
Awesome.
super important. And I think that answers the question.
Yes, no, you did answer, and we'll put the link here in this for the people to know exactly where to click on. If they haven't found it yet, we'll make this very accessible for them so they know where to register, look it up, and so this is coming right up. We're talking about less than a little bit over a month. So,
Yes.
Jessica, I want to really thank you for taking the time to tell us more about this event. What the Cup. I think it's going to be fun.
Cup,
Very,
yeah.
yeah, and very unique too. So for us from One TDC Works So Well, it's like it was a no-brainer. We're always happy to help and sponsor any events that you're going to be involved with. So we're looking forward to this and seeing everybody have a great time and play hard. So definitely is what we can expect from you guys. Good. Hey, Jessica, thank you so much for your time, and we're looking forward to your event.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.